On your shelf in your house, you have a masterpiece. And most of us have already heard or even read this masterpiece. But a lot of us passed over this book without retaining its magical lessons. I'm talking here about The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Even if you haven't read it yet, you can still enjoy this video and learn from it. I have read this book more than 5 times so far in 3 different languages: French, which is the original book, English and Italian lately. And each time I read it, it sheds a different light on parts of my life. And this book evolves and changes depending on where you are in your life. What's magical about it is the simplicity of its language. There's no complex vocabulary. Even children can understand it. But the lessons and the meanings are never-ending. Your big problems now were once tiny sprouts that weren't handled immediately. We tend to disregard our small, innocent problems, but what we don't know that in the future we will regret it, because these harmless problems will grow to incapacitate us later on. This is why the Little Prince made sure to take care of his planet every day religiously. It is the time you give to something that makes it precious. Whether it's a relationship, a work of art, or even a skill, it's the amount of time you put in that made it really precious. A rose in a garden is simply a random plant, but taking care of it, watering every day, will transform it from a rose to the rose. This is what makes it special. Relationships make life worth living. This is supported by evidence. People who lived more and were happier had good relationships. They had someone to wake up for. It can be a significant other, a lover, children, or even pets sometimes. When I read this book as a kid, the first relationships I had were my family, and now my circle of relationships broadened. Now I think about my family, my friends, and also my fiancée. Look beyond the surface. As a kid, you had an unlimited imagination. But while growing up, society starts limiting and delineating your ways of thinking about things. For example, in the book, it's when the narrator drew a boa eating an elephant. All the adults saw it as a hat. They saw the surface, but for the Little Prince, it was something different. Care for things you have. Sometimes they cannot be replaced. The Little Prince saw a garden of roses that looked visually like the one he had. So he told them, and I quote, "An ordinary passerby would think my rose looked just like you. But my rose, all on her own, is more important than all of you together, since she's the one I've watered." Sometimes silence is enough. The Little Prince remained silent on so many occasions, and for these specific situations, it was the best response to do. Many times we try to say things, but we get too offensive. And the more we try to explain ourselves, the more the misunderstandings go deeper. Don't be afraid to be an explorer. Although the Little Prince had good time on his planet and had good company, he was not afraid to go and explore other planets and meet other people. Having an explorer spirit will open up many possibilities and opportunities while making you grow. It is essential for your personal growth. The comfort zone is the real danger zone. And I will wrap it up with one of my favorite quotes in this book. "It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye."